Sure, I would do honestly.
To begin with the state of the municipality, but also linked with the stable, or should we say, the uncomfortable nature of the government of national unity. How stable is the GNU? And I speak specifically on the provincial level, including local government level, given the ructions that we saw recently between Patriotic Alliance, EFF, and the party, your party, in the mix here. How's the ANC managing these tensions?
Only we are managing tensions in the coalitions at local government. From time to time, you'll have, in a lack of better words, what I call skirmishes, which do arise and we do overcome. Some of them should be avoided because we need stable coalitions in local government. And what we have seen in Johannesburg, which is what partners are dealing with at that level, we think it is not something that amounts, out of control kind of situation. It should be resolved amicably among the parties.
Today, you sought to almost shut down the negotiations between the ANC and the Patriotic Alliance, saying that really we need not be seized with whether or not Kunene is going to go back as MMC of Transport. What's the final word there?
We shouldn't be having that discussion because we are all equal partners in the context of unregulated environment of coalitions at that level, because it's not based on threshold. We are equal in a sense of all of us who have agreed to be in a coalition to form government, and we need to respect each other. So Patriotic Alliance in the coalition have agreed with all partners there that they will get transport. And what have happened is that Kenny was affected by what affected him, and his party dealt with the matter. But it did not mean that the Patriotic Alliance will forgo the position of transport. So that's why I'm saying some of the skirmishes should be avoided. And as a result, it would have meant that once he goes, Patriotic Alliance will bring somebody else, and that person will occupy the position departed by Kenny.
Yeah.
So we don't need to fight about that and the back and forth about it. So we hope that will be settled in the discussions among partners.
I'm really desperate to move from this. Is there an explanation from the Patriotic Alliance as to why it is that they are so married to the position of MMC of Transport?
I wouldn't say they are married. It's what was agreed to right from the onset. Like all other parties will argue their case if you were to remove them one way or the other from the positions that they've agreed. The ANC, we ourselves, for us to get to the position of a mayor, it took us some time, and we must respect partners because they put us there. We didn't win the majority of vote in Johannesburg. That's why we're in a coalition. And the fact that we are having bigger numbers and they've come to the point of respecting us to lead as the mayor, we must respect them. Otherwise, they would have done what others have done in the past, come together, kick us out. So for what they are, was agreed to in terms of the negotiations, let's stood by that because we are in a coalition government with them.
All right, let me move on.
Beautiful, beautiful Patriots. This one is another one of is an update, but also a very interesting thing to actually look at, right? We know that the Patriotic Alliance, DP Ken Kunene, has actually been reinstated back into his position as the MMC of Transport in the city of Joburg. We are happy about that, right? After all the demands and everything had been going on. Now we look at a matter where the SG of the ANC actually gets asked this question as he's doing his media tours. So as this is the one other thing that the president really spoke about, but I didn't actually take it like that. But now, as time goes and I see a whole lot of things and how this whole situation with the Kunene has actually taken a swing, you see just how the media is really rallying against the Patriotic Alliance. Why do I say this? Look at how adamant or how they have judged the president, and then they want us to now uphold their standards, which they probably can't even hold themselves. But that is a matter for another day. I actually now want on this interview to just mainly focus on the interviewer, Oli. Oli is so adamant, and what I don't like at the end is where he says that he's not satisfied with the answers that is being given by Fikile Mbalula, which begs me to actually say, and what I really do not like is when he says, why are the Patriotic Alliance so married? This guy is such a joke, because he has got something against, or actually having seen Kunene, or this whole situation with him having been there at the residence of Katiso Molefe, is now saying that he's not satisfied, and why are we now married to this position? If you were to ask the ANC to leave the presidency, give it to somebody, and they refuse, are you going to say that they are so married to it? It is what was negotiated and what was agreed on. These positions now belong to the specific party, and they and them alone only decide. Them and them alone only decide. Nobody else. Not at Tolani, not at ENCA, not at any other political, media platform. Only the Patriotic Alliance. And this is one of the reasons why the president said that we need our own platform. Because these people just do not like us. They try and push certain narratives to try and actually get certain results. Well, I'm here to break that bad news to you. They are going to watch Kunene in that uniform and in that work, going up and down, and they will be delegating people and cameramen to go and follow him as he continues to do his job. I don't see any other reason. The only problem that we had here was a Dada Morero, an incompetent Dada Morero, trying to actually give this certain position to to his friends of the economic freedom fighters. And now Mal Emma is just going to continue to see Amapantiti continue to overcome him. Even if he's got the more numbers, Amapantiti come and overpower him and actually show him how it is done. You guys must understand that we're not on the same levels. Don't operate different on the same level, or we actually operate differently. So I'm actually glad that now that this whole going to leave the GNU, that people were saying it's just a scare and it's not going to happen. Now look at the results. The people are different. You cannot compare that other party of the Winfield when they were kicked and they made threats to Gayton McKenzie. The two people's words do not hold the same level of strength or level of weight. You understand? Mackenzie's word weighs a certain level because he actually sees it through, and others weigh a certain level because they can't even see anything through. So people really need to think about that in future before they say that these people are just a big whole bunch of jokes and they just say things and that they don't actually go through with them. The position is now back in the hands of the Patriotic Alliance and Kunene, and that is how it's going to be up until further notice, or up until the next elections. So Patriots, let's continue to support our party. Let's continue to support the good work and the vision that they have. Salute, Patriots, salute!
Sure, I would do ownership.